Hi again, Seth Fineberg here. It's the end of the year, or perhaps beginning for some of you watching this for the first time. I Every year I kind of like to put together a bit of a roundup, if you will, of all of the accounting events going on here in the United States. There are quite a few of them, very happily, quite a few of them. It's great to see, really, since the pandemic, the rise of a lot of, more intimate events, things that are very more purpose driven for, a lot of different aspects of your business and your work life. And I think a lot of the organizers and people, even on the outside of it, realize that it's an investment. It's an investment of your time. You're breaking out of your comfort zone. There's a lot of factors at play for the idea of getting out to an accounting event. Now, it's hard for me to really pick, any of them above all because, what might, be right in my view might not be right for you. You need to find the ones that fit best for you. And it could even be something that's very local, a meetup, something that your state society might be putting on, what have you. But on a national scale, it really, at the end of the day, you're getting out, you're meeting other accountants, you're connecting with other professionals just like you who share a lot of the same views, a lot of the same issues. I guess the old saying goes, you go further together. And once you're able to really break out of that comfort zone a bit and get to a live event and really connect with some of your colleagues, I think you'll realize some of what you might be not only missing but needing in your professional life. So again, while it's difficult for me to break out and or even rank so some of the top conferences, I am going to give you a list of I would say 5 to strongly consider this year, even if it's just one. All of these serve a very unique purpose, I think, for accountants. Again, in their focus, in the types of professionals that go, opportunity to meet other vendors, pretty much everything, over just a few short days. Okay, so first one out of the gate for me has to be, and I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I can, Firm Growth Forum. Now, this is going into its 4th year. This is put on by the folks at Horizont and also specifically Accounting Today. Accounting Today has several events throughout the year. This is probably their biggest, but some of the others are growing as well. Now, I don't want you to feel like, oh well, this is going to be attended by thousands of people. I'm going to get lost. I won't know what to do. This is actually a relatively or comparatively intimate event. Usually attracts close to about 400 or so professionals, also mixed in with some of the vendors in the community. Now, as the title would suggest, Firm Growth Forum is very much geared towards accounting professionals who are in some kind of growth mode or mindset. Now, that doesn't mean this is reserved for some of the largest firms out there. Quite the opposite. It's anyone, who, is running a firm. Maybe you're just, a couple million and you want to get to the next level, or several million, or you're even in the, 50 plus range. Growth means a lot of different things to different leaders. You can grow in size. Of course, you can, grow geographically. You're looking for, mergers, acquisitions, things like this, or, you can grow by adding services. Everything in that realm is kind of on the menu at Firm Growth Forum. And this year, I understand that they're going to be adding some more workshops, really people coming away with a lot more practical ideas, and they'll even kind of work to get you on your way. That takes place in San Diego, May 19th and 20th of this year. Second one I'm going to recommend to you is also a comparatively intimate event, Bridging the Gap. Bridging the Gap, you may have started to hear buzz about this event. It was created out of the need to have an event that was uniquely human in nature. It focuses a lot on your own personal growth as a leader, or someone within a firm who's sort of looking for the kind of take the next step, whether it's within your firm or within the profession as a whole. You're going to meet other like-minded professionals there who have that in mind. It also tends to bridge the gap of firm size. You might be working as a at a pretty small firm or a small practitioner, and you could meet someone from maybe a comparatively larger firm to your own, and sort of learn from them. They can learn from you. As an accounting professional, you're all basically in the same field, and I think as I said at the outset, there's a lot to learn from each other. That one is likely going to be probably July of this year, I would say, July or August. Probably late July, I would say, of this year. Get to know Bridging the Gap for anything that's really going to be kind of deeply personal for you and going to help you on your own personal growth as a firm leader. Cannot be missed, cannot be overstated. Third one I'm going to recommend is a bit larger in size. I don't mean to focus on size so much, but again, if this is for a lot of people who may have heard names out there, maybe not be getting out to as many conferences, is Scaling New Heights. Now that's taking place in Orlando, Florida. It's put on by the Woodard Group and has been for quite some time. I myself have watched this event grow from a fairly intimate 75, 80 person event to one that is now over 1,000 or so, but moreover, it has grown into a true expo. So if you are in the bookkeeping or even tax field, what have you, this takes place June, I believe, 14th to the 17th in 2026 in Orlando, Florida. So if you're a firm that really is looking for the latest and greatest in tech, or just sort of don't know in a particular category, it is a great way to, as I like to say, kick the tires. You are going to have sort of the largest selection of accounting or accounting related vendors and service providers in one room that you can kind of get a demo from them, or start conversations, or just get to know certain brands in certain categories. And of course, there's lots of learning, lots of sessions to potentially attend. And of course, some of the social networking there is really at a very, very high level. So Scaling New Heights, definitely highly recommend that for the tech-minded. The fourth is a little different. It's also another slightly, comparatively intimate event, but it's one that I really have shown a high degree of respect for, and that's the Reframe event. So Reframe has kind of changed its focus a little bit each year, but it's one that is put on by, it's going to be in the fall of this year. They don't have the actual dates just yet for 2026. Last year was in Coral Gables, Florida. Put on by the Garcia brothers. That would be Carlos and Hector. Some of you might know them from being in the pro advisor world, or being having QuickBooks as and related technologies as your base. Hector and his brother put on Reframe, I think with the sole purpose of giving you the practical, the useful, the real kind of meat, if you will, for getting on top of technology, getting on top of the latest practices and best practices for serving your clients, understanding tech better and tech changes and how these affect you as a professional. Again, every year they kind of change the theme up just a little bit, and really kind of tend to dig in. Finally, honestly, if a few years ago I would have definitely put this in my on a list of 5 to definitely attend, but I've always attended. It wasn't necessarily for everyone, but after attending this past year's event, Digital CPA, Now, this is an event put on by CPA.com and the AICPA collectively at the end of every year, always comes in early December. This year, it will be out in, or rather in 2026, it will be out in San Diego, California. Look for details there. It's a great way, I think, not only for firm leaders, but anyone who is even in a leadership type of role, whether it's CAS or audit or tax. You're running a practice or a section of a practice, and you really want to kind of touch base with other folks in that arena and really be on top of the latest trends impacting the profession, particularly with a technology bent. It's always had a technology bent to it because, let's face it, technology has permeated all business, but it's very rare that you can run a practice these days or section a practice area without really understanding how technology impacts all of those decisions. So whether it's tax, audit, AI, professional management, anything in between, digital CPA is definitely kind of the last word on that. So those are my five that I've picked. Again, there are really a couple dozen more that are out there on the market, and definitely watch for my list coming in probably late January sometime. I like to put together a more fuller list with links, especially as conferences confirm their dates and things like that. I like to put those in there. Thank you so much for listening, and definitely get out to one of the five that I mentioned for sure.